Lohan was really the it girl of the early 2000s. Everyone loved her, which made her later public downfall all the more saddening. But while Lindsay was working on projects such as Mean Girls, her younger sister was quietly following in her footsteps. And she recently made a breakthrough that many fans might not have noticed. So let's take a look at how Lindsay Lohan, known to many as Ali, is doing these days. Does she still get along with her infamous sister? Cameo appearances. Perhaps you spotted Aliana in some of her sister's movies. She's hard to see, but she's in there. For example, she's Child at Airport in The Parent Trap, and she pops up in the background along with her and Lindsay's mom Dina in Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. That's a good foundation for an aspiring child star to build an acting career on. Keeping up with the Lohans. In those days, all of the Lohan kids had a shot at the big time thanks to their famous sister. And there were quite a lot of Lohan kids. Mike and Dakota, the brothers, also briefly showed up in Lindsay's movies. You can see both of them as extras in The Parent Trap. Lindsay seems especially close with Dakota, since she recreated a pic from The Parent Trap set with him in 2022, and they were clearly having so much fun. Sisterly love. There are certain other members of her family Lindsay doesn't get on as well with, but more on them later. Luckily, Aliana is in the close camp with her sister, and seemingly always was. Back in the 00s, she used to walk red carpets with Lindsay and meet other teen idols. And she knew that thanks to her sister, she could even become one of them, wanting it so much. The young Ali spoke about her desire for fame in a 2008 interview with Teen Vogue magazine. The then 14-year-old enthusiastically declared, "I want it so bad. So bad you don't even know. And now it's actually happening. I grew up watching Lindsay, and it made me want to do what she does. Just the whole vibe. Fame and fortune." The would-be superstar went on, being there, being on camera, or on stage, with everybody listening to you. It's so cool when people look up to you. I've already been asked for my autograph, and it's just a really good feeling to have. She's far from the only teenager to feel that way about fame, but it has its dark side, and at the time Lindsay was finding that out in the hardest way. Bad influence? During that period, the tabloid media published endless stories about Lindsay, but also some about Ali. In September 2009, Lifestyle Weekly magazine declared in a headline that Lindsay was destroying her little sister, and that the star had taken the 15-year-old Ali out partying until 1 a.m. But anything Lindsay does, Ali wants to do, claimed an anonymous insider, model sister. But despite everything, Ali was able to make it to adulthood unscathed. By 2011, she'd gotten herself a modeling contract, and that seemed to be a career path she wanted to stick with. In 2013, the 19-year-old Ali gave an interview to Women's Wear Daily magazine and discussed her journey so far, as well as her famous but then very troubled sister. Barely recognizable. The magazine said of Ali, clad in the standard model uniform, dark skinny jeans, leather jacket, black moto boots, the lanky brunette is all heavy bangs and striking cheekbones, barely recognizable from the tween next door, last seen trailing behind her big sister. The younger Lohan had adopted a new and edgier look. New spotlight. Asked, "How has being in the spotlight with such a famous family affected your career?" Ali answered, "I would just like to be known as my own person. I don't need to ride on any coattails. I just want to make my mark myself. I definitely have to prove myself just showing up on time and doing everything that you're supposed to do. Good things." Then she was asked if Lindsay's issues had made her wary of fame, and Ali said, "I want to make the most out of the word fame. I want to do good things with my fame, or whatever it is. I want to help and do charity work." She added, "My grandfather worked with charities his whole entire life, and we grew up living with him. He always told me about the other side of the world and everything that's going on. Family ties." Ali also said of her family in that interview, "We're close, we love each other, and we have arguments like any other family. At the end of the day, I only trust my family. I feel that so many things have happened, but at the end of the day, they're always going to be there for you." That was good to hear. New path. Did Ali? But Ali had another thing to focus on besides her family and her modeling work, a singing career. She had actually attempted to get one off the ground when still a kid, releasing an album called Lohan Holiday when she was just 13 years old. But now she was an adult, she had a second chance. Working. The 21-year-old Ali enthused to women's wear daily in 2015. "I wouldn't exactly call music work because I feel it's what I'm here to do," she said. "I'm creating new music and am very grateful to be fulfilling my dream. I'm so excited for the whole world to hear it, and I feel many people will be able to relate." Face of denim. Ali had a lot of things on her plate at that point, though. She was just embarking on a new modeling job, because the New York clothes company Central Denim had signed her up to be the face of their new line Ranbiri Denim. And she was also busy looking out for her still tragically self-destructing older sister. Disappointed. In December 2015, Ali flew to the defense of her sister on Twitter. Actress Jennifer Lawrence tweeted a joke about Lindsay's issues, and Ali snapped back with, "I never breathe life into negativity, but I stand by my family." Disappointed in Jennifer Lawrence. You lost a fan. Though it probably wasn't her intention, that comment actually increased Ali's profile in the media. Standing up. Ali spoke about that incident during a 2016 interview with Cosmopolitan magazine. "That was literally something that came over me where I was like, you know what? That's my sister. I gotta say something." Despite a slight fear of any backlash, Ali just wanted her to know that you should stand up for other women. You should help people and not put them down, ever. Tension? Kenshin? The magazine jumped into a big question after that: were the sisters still getting along? There had been a tiny hint of tension just days prior in the interview, because Lindsay had said in a video chat that she was holding off on releasing music herself because "I don't want my sister to hate me." Were they competing for spots in the music charts? Twisted around. Ali handled the question like a pro. According to the interviewer, she immediately suggested they move to a more isolated table before talking about Lindsay. Regarding her sister's comment, all she had to say was, "I think some things were twisted around." But also adding, "Being born in a family that's public, that's just been my life. I've never gone out of my way for attention. A different way." In that same interview and in the same vein, Ali mused on how she'd tried to drop her famous family name when she first embarked on her modeling career. She said that when she spent 8 months working in South Korea, "I was modeling using just my first name in the beginning. I didn't want to be taken a different way." Lifetime of experience. But these days she's still known to all as Aliana Lohan, and Cosmopolitan believed she seemed to have done a pretty good job of handling fame. Ali signed off the interview with, "I'm not scared of anything. I think it's because I've just seen so much and been public at such a young age." No kidding. More mature. Since then, Ali's music career has continued to go from strength to strength. In late 2018, she released her debut single, Long Way Down, a track that Billboard magazine called a completely mature and fresh sound for the musician. Ali also gave a brief statement to the mag about her being born with a specific purpose to make music. Grateful. While promoting her song, Ali revealed that the relationship between her and Lindsay was still a very strong one. She told Us Weekly magazine that year that her older sister was the most supportive ever and she's the best. "I'm so grateful to have a sister like her." And a few years later, both of them would team up for an exciting new project, Falling for Christmas. In 2022, Lindsay got to work on her acting comeback, a holiday-themed romantic comedy called Falling for Christmas, and she brought her beloved sister along for the ride. Not only did the younger Lohan have a cameo role in the film, playing a stylist called Bianca, but she also sung a song on the movie soundtrack, Without You, Biggest Passion. And Lindsay was all too happy to talk about her sister while promoting the movie. She said in an interview with Who, What, Where magazine, "I slowed down on the singing because my sister's biggest passion in life is singing, and I really wanted her to have that path and didn't want to distract from that at all. So luckily there was never any jealousy." Overwhelmed. And in fact, all of Lohan's closest family members got together for the Falling for Christmas premiere. Lindsay, Ali, Dakota, and Mike all posed on the red carpet, and Dakota wrote on his Instagram account, along with a snap, "I'm overwhelmed with joy and happiness. I can't really put into words how amazingly beautiful people are and how grateful I am to have the people in my life that I have. A broken heart." It's good that Lindsay has such a strong support system around her, because the relationship she has with her father isn't a great one. Lindsay has always alleged that he was a terrible parent, and she actually released a song in 2005 called Confessions of a Broken Heart Daughter to Father. Ali appeared in the video. Complicated. But things have also been awkward between Lindsay and Ali and their dad Michael's other children. Unfortunately, there's a lot of complexity there. Lindsay only learned of the existence of a half-sister called Ashley after Michael went on the Trish Show, and in the past Ashley has made what seemed like